is currently 10:20 a.m. and yesterday we left at 10 a.m. So it's been over 24 hours at this point. And we have many 24-hour flights, some longer than 24 hours in the next 6 weeks.
Good morning. It is currently 10 a.m. here in Hualien and we are traveling to Singapore today. It's a 24-hour travel day because we don't get into Singapore until I think 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And we have 5 modes of transportation we need to take today. Taxi, train, airplane, train or taxi in Singapore. So I guess 6 transportation in 24 hours. But we are headed to Singapore for Chinese New Year. Because I read that it's one of the top 3 places to celebrate Chinese New Year in the world. Let's do this. Transportation number 1 to the train station. Transportation number 2, Hualien to Taipei. It's about a 2-hour, 20-minute train ride.
Made it to Taipei. Now we have about 10 hours until our flight tonight, so we have to go get some dumplings. Might as well. Not bad. How much was it?
28 Taiwanese dollar for an hour, which is about 75 cents USD. We couldn't resist one more meal of dumplings. But now we are headed back to the main station where we're gonna get our bags out of the locker and then head to the airport. We read that you can only check in 3 hours prior, but we're going to attempt because we have nothing else to do when I literally have 10 Taiwanese dollars left, which is about 33 cents USD. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, so we might as well head to the airport. Let's go. Transportation number 3, the metro to the airport.
Cross fingers that we can get in early. You know, always worth a try.
And I don't think I mentioned this, we're flying AirAsia, which we've never flown before. I think it's an Asian budget airline, but it did come with a free check bag.
So not the news we were excited about, but we did not get in. It is 3:40, so we have about, oh my goodness, we have 5 hours. I thought it was 4.5.
I'm getting pretty restless sitting there, so I'm gonna go up, see if we can find someone to bother, because Sam's not having it right now. But one thing I did notice about AirAsia is they're very strict on their weights. We're way over. I think our carry-on backpacks are heavier than our check bags. Pays to have, oh, I don't know. Wait a minute. I'm like just walking around. Probably where I shouldn't be. Hold on. Oh. All right, we're good. We're trying to not spend money, and the way to do that is to go to the lounge and hang out and work and get free food. Well, people breaking stuff. I'm not the only person that's bored. So we've spent about 5 USD sitting there. We've gotten 2 sodas from Burger King, aka BK Lounge, aka home of the Whopper, aka yeah, Burger King.
Oh my God. Finally, after 5 hours, we're checking into our flight. I'm a bit concerned that this line isn't gonna go quickly and I have to finish editing the video, so I'm currently uploading a video that's supposed to publish while we're in the air.
Made it through check-in. That was so fast. Look at Sam. She's 5'2" and I can't even keep up with her. She's on a mission. We're headed to the security gate and then we'll see you at the lounge.
And this is Wi-Fi password.
But I found this whole section, literally, I don't think anyone knows that this is back here. I can talk loudly because we're so far away from everyone. Look at this. Look at that. Now we are rushing to our gate because I think that maybe we stayed a little too long.
One thing that I'm really sad about is that we're not sitting next to each other on this 5-hour flight. I probably won't see you until then, but
I'll see you. You'll see me, don't worry. I know you like me more now.
Welcome aboard.
We made it, but we ran and someone told us to go in a different line. Nick, this is why I said to go earlier. I'm so sad.
We're just in the back of the plane, as Sam says. We're in the BOP.
Smoking in any forms, including e-cigarette, is strictly prohibited. Thank you.
Surprise, surprise.
I'm so happy this wonderful woman said we can sit next to each other, and I'm so happy. I didn't want to be away from him for 5 hours. I know it might sound crazy since we spend every single waking moment together, but I didn't want to.
Now we're gonna put the camera on.
See you in Kuala Lumpur. We are just about to land. Got about 3 hours of sleep. But at least we got to sit together, babe.
Transportation number 3 completed, and we are off to the lounge for about 2 hours. Our next flight leaves at 8 o'clock, we think. We have 2 boarding passes and they both say different things, so this isn't very promising. Both my lounge apps are lying to me. Update number 3, it's not looking too good. I think we're in the part of the airport where the lounges that we can get into aren't accessible. Remember when I said it's not looking so good? It's looking a lot better. We asked Info Desk, which I will admittedly say that we should have originally done, but she said, yeah, it's just right upstairs in the wellness spa.
Okay.
Thank you.
Success.
Thank you, babe.
She needs it. She's cap angry.
I am not cap angry. He is. It's just really hot. And we walked around the entire airport 4 times. And I told him when we were at the information desk, just ask them where the Premium Plaza Lounge was. Why doesn't he listen? We actually have a very inconvenient route in the next week. We went from Taipei this morning all the way to Singapore with a layover in Malaysia. Well, in about 4 days, we're flying from Singapore back to Malaysia to spend 4 days here because we found the best business class route from Malaysia all the way to Africa. And then we actually have to fly back to Singapore and then Singapore to Africa. So in the next week, we're going to be in and out of Malaysia and Singapore airport 3 times within a week each.
Thank you.
This airport has way too many checks. That was just a scan to get into the seating area where our terminal is. This is the most inefficient airport I've ever been to. We have to be here 3 times in the next 10 days. There's no order, so there's zones when you board. And then he called zone 1 and no one came up, and then he just said, all right, everyone else, just come on.
So we're actually not sitting together, but it's okay because it's only a 1-hour flight. was a very comfortable flight. The view landing was so nice. The water's so teal, the sky's so blue.
So we just got to the MRT station and we actually ended up getting these tourist passes. You pay 10 Singapore dollars, which is like 7 USD, but you can return these when you leave. So we get the money back. Maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not worth it, we're not sure.
You know what might be kind of fun? If we come up with a game that we play on all of our long travel days. I'm gonna think about that one. If you have any ideas, let me know in the comments below, because we have a lot of long travel days. So what can we do to make it more interesting?
That metro ride was so easy and pretty fast.
Great.
Your room 302 and the Wi-Fi.
You want us, you know where we are. Oh. Wow. There it is. This
was all we could afford.
This was $65 a night.
At least this is a little bit nicer of a hotel, but there's no windows.
We didn't even show you the best part. Wait for this.
This is gonna be fun. There's just a toilet and a shower head.
Wait. I think this is window.
Whoa! Oh, it doesn't
okay.
even open.
Okay. At least they can air out the bathroom. But we are going to end it here for today because I think the rest of the day is just kind of done. Either we're going to take a nap and eat or just kind of hang out in the area. But we got some fun stuff planned. I know I told you Chinese New Year, but that's not for 2 days. See you tomorrow on the go.
Before anyway, so and then we went through declarations and customs, and this man in front of us had like a Nerf gun. And earlier today, this man tried to get through security with like these massive scissors, and the people that were checking the bags were so confused what that was.